Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to go over your midterm project. I'm going to do it hopefully very quickly. Um, so basically, your midterm project, what you're going to do is make one finished work of art in your sketchbook, and it's going to be based upon your last week's, week four's creative research. So in week four, you picked a topic and you got to um, research it, do some drawings based upon that research. Um, you got to uh, write about it and reflect on it all week and whatever it was. And then we're going to make, and we're going to use that material and our studies from that um, into our final, or excuse me, our midterm rather. So all of that material that you spent time with and studying is going to influence somehow our your drawing for this midterm project. So for me, if you guys will remember, I chose daffodils for my example, and I just picked a random subject. I normally don't do drawings of daffodils, but I just thought, hey, this is going to be a week, and I'm just going to spend time thinking about daffodils, and I'm going to do some drawings based upon that. And so I had some drawings from daffodils. I included a poem because I did some actually research. I was like, well, I bet you there's some poems about daffodils, and so I looked at them and I found this one. And I thought this was a really cool one by William Wordsworth, and it starts off, "I wandered as lonely as a cloud," and it wasn't my favorite part of the poem, but I liked it. It was kind of a cool part. And then, I didn't really think about that much, but it ended up later starting to influence my midterm. And it's kind of cool in that way, because I would have never come up with my midterm had I not stumbled across that poem. Now, I didn't illustrate the poem, but I was definitely influenced by it. And so other drawings that, I did for the week, the stages of the daffodil, the different parts of the daffodil, and other things. We had a drawing where actually tried to combine a lot of these different elements, and this drawing didn't work out. I didn't like it, but it's just important to play, and to just go for it sometimes. And really, the poem started influencing me in this drawing, where I was just like, it says I wandered, and I was like, well, I'm just going to wander on this one. I'm just going to start on and kind of do some drawings that are reflective of some of the research I've already done this week. And so I just started just sketching things out, and it's a kind of a mess, but I learned stuff in that process, and I took what I learned and applied it into my final, or at least plans for your final. So I did this drawing excuse me, and you can see it actually started off a little different. Like I said, I didn't illustrate the poem, but I thought, like, I wandered as lonely as a cloud. And so I was like, these daffodils. And I was like, oh, clouds, like that element. And so, like, in here, I've got daffodils that are kind of like morphing into clouds. And then, I included this, like, lightning bolt, sort of like, kind of like reminiscent of the roots. But it's also just this lightning bolt that's coming down and shocking this daffodil down here. And this is it's stylized. It's not there's no bones in a daffodil. At least that's what my research has told me. Maybe there is, but that's what I was told. So anyway, I included those just because I thought it was cool. But some of the other parts that are the internal parts of the daffodil that were included in here, and that was also based upon some of my earlier drawings from last week. And so anyway, I came up with a drawing. I ended up developing a sort of a cool drawing that I would have never come up with had I not just picked a topic such as daffodils and just decided to meditate and reflect on daffodils for a week. And so I ended up with a kind of a neat drawing as a result from it. A drawing that I would have never come up with had I not done the exercises for that week. And so that's what you guys are going to do as well. Pick a topic. Well, you've already picked a topic, but use the drawings and the creative research that you did in week 4 to develop a finished work of art in your sketchbook. So a couple things that you need to know about that. One, you should have drawings that support this. So you should have like your drawings already from week 4. If you haven't or done week 4, you need to go back and do those right away. You might need more. You might realize like, oh, Brad wanted me to do this for a reason, and so maybe I should go back. And now I see what you see the example of the midterm. You're like, I need to go back and do a little bit more research, and that would be totally fine. You could spend as much or little time as you want doing that, and you might want to like make some plans for your midterm. Like how does brainstorming for your project. And if you do that, include those, take photos and upload those into your submission for your project submittal. And then you can use any medium that you want, any drawing medium. So I chose graphite, but you could use pen, you could use charcoal or crayons or colored pencils, whatever it is that you want. I would suggest probably sticking with pen or graphite. But if you like colored pencil or markers or whatever, and you're good with that, that's fine. Color is a different challenge, but go for it. So this is your project. I want you to make it yours. So there's no rules in terms of medium, as long as it's drawing medium. You need to spend at least 5 hours working on this. That's a 5-hour minimum. You definitely can go over. I don't even know how long it took me to draw that. It probably took me at least 5 hours. Probably more. I don't. Like I said, I lose track when I'm drawing, so I don't really know how long it took me. I worked on it on a couple nights. So you could just set like a timer, like every hour, take a photo of your progress, and then by the end of it, you should have at least 5 progress shots of your drawing. And then so you need to submit at least upload 3 progress shots of your final. And this week's project for this assignment for this week is to upload 2 of those this week on Friday. The due date isn't until the following week, so you have a couple weeks to work on this project. But I want to see that you guys are working on it, and you should start it this week so I can see those progress shots. And then I'd like you to do a couple more things. One, submit upload this photo to the discussion critique page, and so we can share this with the class and participate in the class critique and discussion. And then one more thing, I'd like you to write a little statement on this piece. So you could think of it like an artist statement, or you could just think about just kind of your reflections on like this process, what you learned, what you were trying to do with this drawing, with this project. All right, so hopefully you guys have fun with that. Check out the module. All this stuff is going to be written down there, so it should be pretty clear. All right, and if it's not, let me know. I'd like to make things as clear as possible and help you out. So if you do need help, even just bouncing ideas off me, just email me and let me know, and I can give you some feedback and some help if needed. All right, take care. Have a good day. All right, bye.